This is your gaming weekly news. Insiders just broke one of the biggest gaming leaks, and it all comes out this year in 2025. Xbox just announced that Developer Direct is happening live January 23rd, and it'll showcase 3 games officially, but 5 games in total. And we'll get to Developer Direct in just a moment, but let's talk about the big gaming leaks that came out just today. Gaming insider Nate the Hate, who normally leaks things about Nintendo, has just released a full podcast video with Randall Thor talking about all of the games that are coming to Xbox, most all of them in 2025. Big surprises and reveals which even tie into the upcoming Developer Direct. One of the most exciting reveals from this podcast in leaks was a Gears 1 and 2 remaster fully recreated in Unreal Engine 5. This has been a rumor and leak that has gone and bounced around for over 2 years, and I've reported on the channel a couple times. This was the Marcus Phoenix collection covering Gears 1, 2, and 3. Apparently, according to Nate the Hate, this is just Gears 1, which already has an Ultimate Edition, and Gears 2 fully recreated in Unreal Engine 5. And the kicker is both of these games are coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation day and date. The prospect of playing Gears 1 and 2 all recreated in Unreal Engine 5 is more exciting than the current versions. After all the jokes that went around about Halo, Gears, and Forza with Xbox and PlayStation fans saying that those are the only games that Xbox had that were even remotely desirable, here it is, one of the big flagship titles from Xbox going to PlayStation 5 day and date at its release. And Gears 1 and 2 remaster or remake in Unreal Engine 5 is set to come out August of 2025. Now, the schedule is already packed, but there are more leaks than just this. And it looks like Oblivion is set to have its reveal at the Xbox Showcase in June for a release not long after that. These 3 game reveals will be something we'll probably see at the Xbox Showcase in June, but what about the Xbox Developer Direct? We just got an official announcement from Xbox saying Developer Direct is back on Thursday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll visit Compulsion Games in Montreal, Canada to learn more about South of Midnight. We'll head to France to see Sandfall Interactive for a look at Clair Obscur. Expedition 33, stop by the legendary id Studios in Texas to check out Doom the Dark Ages. We're supposed to get a 10-minute showcase for Doom the Dark Ages, so expect a ton of brand new gameplay. But there is one mysterious game that is in this graphic, and it is, as Xbox states, quote, an unannounced title. But Nate the Hate has information about a reveal at the Developer Direct that will not be this mysterious game, and it's going to absolutely shock and destroy a ton of fans. According to Nate the Hate, is that Square Enix is going to shadow drop Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox Series S and X. No Game Pass drop. This will just be a game that's available to play on the Xbox consoles for the first time, launching only as an exclusive last year. And there's even more. According to Nate the Hate, Final Fantasy VII, the remake that came out in 2019, and the just recently released Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that just released on PC is no longer going to be an exclusive to the PlayStation console. Final Fantasy VII Remake will hit Xbox Series S and X in the fall of 2025, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will come out sometime in 2026. This is going to be a really tough pill for PlayStation-only fans to swallow, as they seem to think that Square Enix's Final Fantasy series is an exclusive PlayStation-owned franchise, although most of the games are available on Xbox, even more than PlayStation because of backward compatibility. And Square Enix has set agreements to work with Xbox to no longer release Final Fantasy games or their other franchises exclusive to one console any longer. So even though the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is not complete, by the time the 3rd iteration of this game comes to PlayStation, the first 2 games will already be on Xbox, starting with Final Fantasy VII in fall of 2025. But it's a push and pull with Xbox for sure, because there are no red lines and they plan to really expand their publishing arm by taking a more multi-platform approach. And here's one that is really going to sting the Xbox fans. Nate the Hate claims that Halo, the Master Chief Collection, is getting a full port over to PS5. This is 6 games included: Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, all of the multiplayer modes. This whole suite will finally be on the PlayStation. And as another bonus, the recent Flight Simulator 2024 that came out in the fall of last year is set to come this year to PlayStation 5 as well. Gears E-Day is not coming to the Developer Direct, and it looks like Xbox plans to show just the games that are coming out in the first half of 2025 at this event, and then showcase the rest of the games at the showcase in June, the normal summer showcase for Xbox. And Gears E-Day, according to multiple sources now, is actually set to be a holiday 2025 game, which means it could come out as early as October 2025. Hard to believe since we haven't seen any gameplay and the game is set to come out in the next 9 months. But that's the reality according to Nate the Hate, Tom Warren, and other insiders saying that Gears E-Day is ready to ship this year in an already packed holiday season. The Developer Direct will also give us the release date of games. It is reported at this point that South of Midnight is getting an April release date, Doom the Dark Ages is set for May of this year, and Outer Worlds 2, which we won't see until the game showcase in the summer, is set for September 2025. And everyone's asking about Playground Games' Fable. According to insiders, Fable is totally ready and targeting an end-of-the-year release for 2025. But bad news being that Microsoft and Xbox might have Fable set for a release date of December, just like they did with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Fans are really going to be concerned if Fable comes out, gets high marks like it should from Playground Games, which is to be expected, and it completely misses the Game of the Year awards window. In the end, Xbox has to do what's right by their customers, Game Pass subscribers, their sales projections, and having the studio ready to release the game as soon as it's absolutely ready. And being in the Game of the Year awards window may not be one of their high priorities, but for fans who are waiting to have that big celebration moment from Xbox, because let's face it, looking at Fable, it's probably their best bet for a Game of the Year nomination or even the Game of the Year winning slot. And if they push the game to December, it leads me to believe that Fable is on the edge of the knife of making it into December 2025 or being pushed to February of 2026. The reality is that Xbox at this point has 10 games that they're ready to release in 2025. Number 1, Avowed. Number 2, Towerborn. 3, South of Midnight. 4, Doom the Dark Ages. 5, Oblivion in June. Outer Worlds. 6, Call of Duty the next Black Ops sequel. Number 7, Gears E-Day. Number 8, Fable. Number 9, and then the Gears 1 and 2 remaster in Unreal Engine 5 would be their 10th release. And that's all we know about right now. There will still be reveals at the summer showcase. It's unfortunate that Xbox wasn't able to bring this level of releases, this caliber, and this cadence when they needed it the most, when it was hinging on the edge of the console sales or the exclusivity multi-platform approach. At this point, if you're a fan who's worried more about the plastic, the sales figures, or the Game of the Year awards instead of the games, you've totally missed the mark, because this is going to be an absolutely incredible 2025. And that's without looking at all of the amazing third-party multi-platform games that are already set to release in the early part of 2025 and to cap us off at the end of 25. And that is if we get to play all these games next to Grand Theft Auto 6. And that's been your Gaming Weekly News. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of the content I put out, all of you in the comment section. And if you watched my last video about Xbox's new console, the reveal and leak that is supposed to come out in 2026, you may have seen my dog, Loki. So here he is, and he got a haircut because he looked very, very chubby in the last video. If you saw him, go back and check that video out. Loki was on there looking super fluffy, but grateful to have him here. Thank you so much. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel, you can do that by hitting the join button below. It's over It's over there or something, I think. Also, check out the Patreon. We have tiers there where you can check out and support what we're doing. And, also send a couple dollars to help, give Loki a snack or something like that. Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it, buddy? Also, check out the X&C podcast. We run that every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. There, Middle-Aged Game Guy and I will talk about the news. We'll cover all this stuff for Developer Direct. It'll be awesome. Let me know what you think about the news in here. What was your most exciting surprise and reveal? And while you do that, as I always say, be nice. Oh, look, you look so cute.